rash of break and entries and robberies, armed robberies in the Campbell River and Comox Valley areas lately. The targets include a gun store, which, as we showed you, was the scene where a number of firearms are still unaccounted for. In another instance, a grocery store clerk was terrorized by a masked man with a gun after closing time. Now, the latest incident is a man waving a knife around a Courtenay hotel lounge demanding money. A News reporter Gord Kurbis has our story.
This Courtenay hotel is the latest setting for a series of robberies that has kept RCMP in the Comox Valley and Campbell River on the run.
For that to happen in such a short time frame is definitely unusual. Shortly
after midnight this morning, a man brandishing a large knife entered the hotel's lounge, walked behind the bar demanding money and threatening the female bartender.
There was a couple of patrons who were sitting there and observed what was going on. Initially thought it was a joke and then realized that it was serious, and so they jumped in to help, and between the three of them, two females and a male, wrestled this man to the ground.
Police arrived and arrested John Allen Heisler, a man they say does have a previous record. RCMP are thankful for the public's help, but
we wouldn't recommend that the public attempt to subdue somebody like that. In this instance, thankfully, everything worked out okay. There was no injuries.
While that case is taken care of, police are still looking into the robbery on Wednesday of the First Insurance Agency on Ryan Road. Police say the suspect's description is very similar to the man who robbed this grocery store in Oyster River. That took place a few hours later when a gun was pointed at a store employee who had finished locking up. Police have just released this surveillance video showing the suspect putting on his mask after he realizes there's a camera watching his every move. The insurance agency located behind me that was robbed 2 days ago is part of a shopping complex that is located right across the street from the Courtenay RCMP detachment. Now keep that in mind as we also remind you about that daring smash and grab that happened yesterday in Campbell River. That's where thieves used a stolen vehicle to drive straight into a gun shop. That was located just half a kilometer from Campbell River's detachment. The owner of Grandland Firearms believes the reason thieves are becoming so daring is because they have little to fear.
When they catch these guys, if they do, they'll probably have 247 previous convictions for the very same thing. So at some point, somebody in the justice system needs to wake up and realize that, what they're doing isn't working.
Campbell River RCMP say they are still very concerned about the substantial number of weapons stolen in that break-in and are looking for your assistance if you have any information. Gord Kurbis, A News.